Testing 1, 2, 3. Hey, everybody, we're about to get started. Wires everywhere. Hey, everybody. Hello. How's everybody doing? Good afternoon. Hey, brother man. All right. Sandra Farmer, y'all, on the 3-day challenge is down 5.6 pounds. Congratulations. Great job. Great job. See who else is doing great here as people come into the Zoom room. I love people like Mary Young. You know, the planet Earth should have more Mary Youngs. Mary is celebrating that success with you, says, wow, great job. I wish more people were like you, Mary. Great person. Enjoying other people's success. I love that. Rhonda, 4.6 for the 3-day challenge. Good job. Bryce, how you doing? First timer. Hey, Donna, welcome. Welcome to the Zoom room. All right, we're going to get started. Broadcasting this in a few places. Most of my attention will be here in the Zoom room. Hey, Cheryl from North Carolina. Hey, Kim. Let's recap the last few classes. They've been really good ones. As we get started here, if you've reached a plateau, I highly recommend that you participate in one of our great challenges, one of the WOW 1-day challenges, Jason Whitener's challenge that he does every week, or my 3-day lockdown challenge. Those will help you break through some plateaus for sure if you will follow the rules for 1 day, 3 days, or a week. Sometimes we need those challenges. We've also had 2 other classes. We had a great class on hemp hearts and hemp flakes and how to use them for wellness. And then yesterday we had a very good class that was very popular. Got a lot of great comments on it that it was helpful, and it was about portion control. This is a stomach, by the way, a stomach model. So we talked about the stomach, how much food it can and should hold. We talked about the 4 phases of digestion. All those classes are now on the website with any resources that were attached to them. So we've done that. This particular class is going to be a class more on common sense. We've done some other great meal planning classes to help people personalize their meal plan. I don't want to just duplicate that, where we've went through the exercise of people writing down meals or getting a Gen Book appointment to get a personalized meal plan. We've done all that recently. I wanted this to be a lesson in common sense meal planning, and that's what we're going to tackle together today. But before we do, we always have to do a little housekeeping. Number one, in the Zoom room, in order to engage and chat with others, please set your chat when you input a chat to all panelists and attendees. Engagement with others will create support from others, and we all need to be in this together, supporting one another. Food addiction and obesity are no laughing matter. They are very serious. Obesity, in my estimation, is a chronic disease. So it's a serious thing, and you're going to need a lot of support, a lot of help, and we're here to help you with that, because if you're going to lose weight, you have to do it voluntarily. It's not going to happen involuntarily, and you will need help in changing your thought patterns, your speech. I mean, you've got to rebuild you from the ground up if you're trapped in food addiction. If you're brand new here, you may feel a little lost, but you will get a taste of who we are and what we do as a ministry first and foremost. You'll get a taste. But in order for this to come together, this information to come together for you and create a practical, sustainable approach to wellness for you, you must start right. You must start with watching the daily doses, taking the test, passing the test, and earning your nutritional badge. That will get you started with the right nutritional foundation. It doesn't take long to do that at all. Or you can spend a week with Miss Kim, who I believe is here. Kim is our fast track coach. She's been very successful with the program, can help you to fast track to success in your very first week. So reach out to her and say, hey, she's a wonderful person and she's happy to help you. So with that said, we're going to get started with our common sense approach to meal planning. Now, I'm going to ask you a lot of questions, and we're going to find out if yes really means yes. Everybody got some pen and paper? Pen and paper, pencil and paper. Taking notes is very beneficial, and you might come up with a meal plan here today, but I hope that I'll walk you through a new thought process, okay? Losing weight is not difficult. And it's more, you say, Travis, it is hard. No, it's not hard. Well, then why can't everybody do it? Because everybody don't want to. It's also easy not to lose weight. So the first question I have to ask you is, are you willing? In order to lose weight, it takes a person that's ready, willing, and able. You say you're ready, I know, or you wouldn't be here. And everybody here is able, but are you willing? So out of those of you here, are you willing to do what's necessary to lose weight? Let's get a series of yes answers going. Rhetorical questions. Yes, we are. We're ready. Now think about what I'm throwing at you. You said, yes, I'm ready, willing, and able. That's the first qualifier. Y'all would agree with that common sense statement, right? That's the first qualifier to get going here. Okay, so you're ready, willing, and able. I salute you. I'm ready, willing, and able too. I'll do what's necessary to help myself and to help you. And you have now told me that you are as well. Now, I could throw out at you a stumbling block here if I told you you've got to be willing to eat, say, in order to lose weight, you've got to be ready to eat red wiggler worms. How many of you are willing to eat red wiggler worms if that will help you lose weight? I bet I get some yeses too. Somebody probably wants it bad enough to do that, but most are going to say no. Now, why wouldn't you be willing to eat red wiggler worms? I mean, they don't have any taste. I've eaten one and they taste like dirt. You know, so if that's what was necessary for me to lose weight, knowing what I've experienced now that I've lost over 100 pounds and how much better my life is, I would certainly eat red wiggler worms. But I understand why you wouldn't, because you see, that's not practical. That's not sustainable. And that's not fun. So we all agree that the plan to lose weight, I'd be much more willing to do it. You'd be much more willing to do it if it was practical, sustainable, and fun. Agreed? Y'all agree with that statement, right? We're going through this exercise. This is called Wellness Coaching 101. We got to get a series of yes answers, okay? So yeah, if you can give me something practical and sustainable. So stop me when I list something that you can't do. We have to have rules to live by before we can even put together a meal plan. Would everybody, if it meant you lost weight, would everybody here be willing to drink at least 2 of these a day? Just 2 of these a day. If you're not willing to, then we got to go back to step 1, because you're just not ready to lose weight. You said you were, but you're not. Well, good news. Rule number 1 on our program is drink your water. Y'all are agreeing you would. Number two, you have to be willing to write down what you consume each day. Is everybody, if it's guaranteed weight loss, would you be willing to just write down? Do you get more than 10,000 minutes in a week? I'm just asking for 3 or 4 minutes a day. Y'all be willing to do that. So that's rule number 2. Write that one down. Water, journal. Next, if I look at what's in your fridge and pantry and find out what you like to eat and told you you're just eating them the wrong way, would you be willing to learn how to combine these foods that you love a little differently to get a different result? Would you be willing to learn that? Because that will control your insulin and rebalance and optimize your hormones for crazy fat loss. That's rule number 3. I got a lot of willing people. This is exciting. This is exciting. I'm just going to talk you through this today, so stay with me. If I asked you, would you be willing 25 days a month to eat these foods we're talking about? We're going to combine them different. Would you be willing to eat 1 meal per day for the Father, 1 meal a day for the Son, and a 3rd meal a day for the Holy Spirit? Would you do that unto God if it was foods you already loved and we just put them together a little different and we stopped 24, 25 days? The other 6, 7 days a month, you can hog trough it. You can eat whatever you want. Would you be willing to do that? Sounds pretty easy, doesn't it? Would you be willing those 24, 25 days a month to eat your combinations in a portion control plate that's actually about the size of your stomach? Would you be willing to do that? And then other days you could eat 10 of these that day if you wanted to. Wouldn't matter, because 24, 25 days we're going to do the right thing. I got a lot of willing people here. This is amazing. Everybody here by the end of the year should have lost a lot of weight. This is great stuff, y'all. This is how I talk to myself. I hope it's working for you, because I have to get myself to say yes. I have to get myself to say yes. I don't want to throw stuff at myself whereby I'm going to say no and oppose my own self. I want to say yes, and I want to get momentum in the right direction. Now, once you reach maintenance, once you get to your happy weight here in just a few months or this year, you can eat anything you want 12 days a month and still maintain, as long as your other 18 days a month are like you did to lose the weight. Are you willing to do that? Laura Hurt says 24, 25 days a month. I got it. And then when you reach your goal, you just 18 days, almost half your month you can take off and maintain. We got a good plan so far. Timing. It's not that important if you don't eat more than 3 times a day. But would you try to spread your meals out 6 hours so that those episodes of eating, we can at least get through the first 3 phases of digestion? Would y'all do that for me? Somebody says that's a problem. Can you elaborate, and I'll try to help you? How's that a problem, spreading those meals out? And I'll be able to help you rethink this. It shouldn't be a problem, or we really don't want to lose weight. Yeah, you could have an approved snack, or you could have approved freebies, but they're not necessary. We do that because sometimes our mental weakness gets the best out of us, Hey, D. Wells, hard to eat really early in the morning and eat lunch at a specific time. What if I told you it didn't matter what time of day that you ate? Would that help you out? What about the rest of you? You don't have to eat in the morning anymore. Would that help you out? That'll help us out, because it's not necessary with our plan. So we've got a plan that we're all ready, willing, and able to do. So now we just need to know what to eat. Would you agree with that? That's perfect, Amanda Doyle. No problem. No problem. 11 a.m. is a good time to eat. All right. So now let's figure out what we want to eat. Okay, let me get a list going here. Now, y'all have to bear with me in this common sense lesson. A lot of people think that they need one-on-one coaching. I can coach every one of you at one time. If you're a reasonable person, I can coach every one of you right now at one time. So easy to do. Tell me, some of you guys forget about Shibboleth approved. I don't care if you list Shibboleth approved. I don't care if you don't. Tell me what you like to eat for breakfast, what we traditionally call breakfast. Give me some ideas. And let's write some of this down. Watch this, everybody. If you got a pen and paper, we're going to have a great meal plan. Bear with me one second. My uncle's in the hospital and I just got a text. So I'm paying attention. I just need to check this out. Got it. We're good. All right. Now, this is how easy it is. Everybody here, even if you don't know us all well enough to engage with us yet, this is how easy it would be. Thank y'all for the prayers. This is how easy it would be for me to work with you or you to work with one of our mentors. Take a look. Everybody, please write this down. I hope somebody will take this lesson seriously. See, if I'd come in here and said, here's what you eat, you may not like what's on my list, but watch. Y'all have given me plenty of breakfast. Let me show you how this works. Egg whites and Jimmy Dean turkey sausage. That's a category 1 plus a category 4. If it's got to be turkey sausage. So if it's in the right portion, I have me some egg whites, a link of Jimmy Dean sausage, good to go. So your combination is already approved. That's a 1 + 4. Anybody else likes that? Write that down for breakfast. Eggs and toast for Michelle. Let's take a couple of scrambled eggs and have a piece of approved bread for toast. Nature's Own double fiber wheat bread or Healthy Life bread. And you can even put your little butter spray on there. So we've got eggs and toast. Would that work? That's a category 4 + 2. No fat bus problem there. Jenny Potter likes cereal. There are more than 100 cereals in the approved food library. Let's pretend that she likes Special K red berries. So if you like Special K red berries, that's one of many approved cereals, and we put that with Kroger Carb Master milk or fat-free Fairlife milk. Would that work out? There's a third meal. Greek yogurt. Greek plain yogurt is approved. You can put a palm full of berries on the Greek plain yogurt to flavor it up a little more, or you can get 000 flavored yogurts. Got another breakfast. Biscuits and gravy. 2 huge carb quick biscuits with approved gravy. It's just any gravy mix, Southeastern Mills gravy. Make your mix up. You've got your gravy. Put it on 2 huge carb quick biscuits. That's just a category 2 with a condiment. Hannah, that'll work, won't it? What if I want some protein with that? Well, I can have me a couple of eggs and 1 biscuit. I still have to control my portion. I can have 2 huge biscuits, or I can have a couple of eggs and 1 biscuit with some gravy. How about that? Could you do that, Hannah? Mighty Muffin, Judy Crumpton, excellent meal replacement, full of protein. Sausage and eggs, Sandra Farmer. As long as I have approved sausage, like Jimmy Dean, light turkey sausage, with some eggs, beautiful. Cereal with almond milk. D. Wells says, I want some almond milk. Okay, now you've thrown one at me, a little more challenging, not much. You'll have to choose a phase 1 cereal. You don't need to put almond milk with a high starch cereal that doesn't have any protein and fiber. So here's what we'd have to do. We'd have to go Kashi Goleen Original. We would have to go Advanced Health System Cinnamon Crisp, K's Natural cereal, or High-Low from Nutritious Living. Any of those cereals with unsweetened almond milk would work out fine. We won't have a fat bus problem. Eggs are fine. 0 yogurt with hemp hearts. Okay, now Mary says, I want some 000 yogurt with some hemp hearts. Control the portion. You've got a perfect meal. That's a category 1 + 6. That's in our yellow column, which means fast fat loss. Tammy Lawhorn says eggs and bacon. 2 eggs and some approved bacon in my portion control. Excuse me. Container is going to work out. Egg and a half an English muffin. If we're talking about Thomas Light muffin, we're good. All this is in the library, by the way. 1 boiled egg, and a mighty waffle. Okay, we take a mighty muffin, make us a waffle, have a boiled egg, and use some sugar-free syrup. These little nuances, these little changes that do not alter our enjoyment of this meal make all the difference inside of us in relationship to our processing of the meal. So important. Pancakes, many pancakes are approved. My favorite are Advanced Health System pancakes. I can take a package of those. I've got my flapjacks now. They take less than 5 minutes to prepare. Sugar-free syrup. Beverly Ultimate Muscle Provider shake is beautiful. It's approved. Eggs with green peppers, onion, and fat-free cheese, approved. Beautiful. 4 + 2 + condiment. Mighty Muffin. Chick-fil-A egg white grill. Look at all these. Y'all got it. So when folks say, I don't know what to eat for breakfast, let me ask you this. And I just had what I said. Who said bio coffee with a scoop? Sue Bailey, after my heart. I just had a bio coffee for breakfast. Bio coffee and Health-Wise hot chocolate. Go us. That's a great one. Okay. Now, let's look at lunch. What are some things you used to eat for lunch? Did everybody hear a few that you liked for breakfast? If you're hungry and you want breakfast, we just went over what to do. Then you eat it and you stop for 6 hours, minimum. Pizza. Man, there's a lot of approved pizzas on the plan. I could have a Quest pizza. I could have a Real Good Foods pizza, the small ones. I could go to Domino's and get me Philly cheesesteak on a thin crust and have 2 slices of that with a side salad. That was easy. Grilled chicken nuggets, beautiful. Hamburger and fries, great one, Alita. I think you're probably trying to catch me there, but watch. It's very simple. I take 96% lean ground meat. I fry up my hamburger patty. I take me a Thomas Light muffin or a Healthy Life bun, and I've got my hamburger. Ketchup, mustard's no problem. Fat-free cheese is no problem. So I've got a category 1 meat patty. I've got a category 2 bread. Now, if I want a 1/4 cup of French fries fried in MCT oil, you've got a 1, 2, 3. Just control your portion. If you'd rather have something better for you than fries, make you some jicama fries. Jicama tastes like French fries. Cauliflower tater tots. There's all kind of approved stuff where you can get your hankering without taking a holiday. You can get your hankering for a hamburger and fries. What if I wanted it fast food? That's what people tell me. What if I want a Big Mac? You can have it. You can have it. You can have it 6 days a month. If that's how you want to spend your holidays, you can have a Big Mac and a large order of fries and a large Coke 6 days a month. Not good for you, but the plan allows for it. Now, if somebody says, I want it every day, then are you ready, willing, and able to lose weight? No. You're just not willing to do what's necessary. Not you as an individual. I'm talking about anybody. I had a lady one time, I promised her I could help her. She said, you can't help me. And I said, I can. I can help you lose weight if you're reasonable. And she said, well, I think it's reasonable for me to have a 12-pack of beer every night. And I said, I can't help you if you think that's reasonable, that you got to have that every night. So, we've got to come, we still have to be within reason with some of this stuff, but there's definitely a way to have a approved hamburger and fries. Salad with turkey and approved dressing, beautiful. Sandwich and chips, beautiful. Let's say that I have Healthy Life bread or Nature's Own double fiber wheat bread, or any of the 100 breads are approved. And I take me some Boar's Head ham, a little approved cheese, got me a ham sandwich, and then I have some Health-Wise chips, beautiful fat-burning meal, or any of the other chips too. Peanut butter and jelly, that's how I lost my weight in the beginning, was with approved bread, 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, and sugar-free jelly. Hot dogs, great one. I have hot dogs a lot. I love Kraut and Weenies. I also love the Hebrew National approved Franks, the 97 lean. I fry those up in some MCT oil, and if I want a bun, I usually use a La Tortilla factory tortilla. I like my hot dogs better in that tortilla now. It's better for me. 50 calories, high protein, high fiber, no fat bus. But if I want a bun, I could have the Healthy Life hot dog bun. salmon patties. I love our salmon patty recipe. It's right there in resources, salmon patty recipe. It's great. Ham and fat-free cheese on double fiber wheat bread, perfect. Burritos, I love burritos. I can if we're doing homemade burritos, I can have, that's a good one. That's a real good one and an easy one. Because I can have a La Tortilla Factory or Olay Extreme Wellness tortilla at home. I can ground up my peppers, my beef, my cheese, all that stuff in a skillet, put it in my tortilla. I've got a burrito, put some sauce on top, beautiful. Or if I'm wanting it at the Mexican restaurant, I simply take in my tortilla and control my portion. I can't have their tortilla. The whiter the bread, the quicker you're dead. Chicken, orange peppers, MCT, beautiful. 1 cup of low-fat cottage cheese, beautiful. Continuing on with the sandwiches. Does everybody here eat a sandwich from time to time? As long as you change out your bread and get boar's head meat or Jenny O or Dietz and Watson, some good meat that's lean enough. There's many of them that are lean enough and approved. Any that have 3.5 grams of fat or less are approved. That makes for the pesto Parmesan ham and all kind of other flavors. You're good to go. You just use the approved bread. Can't have 2 sandwiches. You want 2, you eat 1 now and you eat another 6 hours later. I didn't hear the unapproved part for breakfast. Fajita nachos with extra cheese and dips. I'm not sure. I don't remember finding much unapproved stuff for breakfast. Fajita nachos are great. You just use your nachos. So if I was having fajita nachos, let's say I've got my chicken, shrimp, bell peppers, onions, all that in MCT oil, a 1/4 cup of the approved Mexican cheese, put that over my approved chip of choice. I basically have fajita nachos there. Salad with boar's head turkey is beautiful. Butternut squash makes fabulous fries. Thank you, Angie. Okay, so good stuff. Tammy Evans asked, what about Subway? Absolutely, we got to be able to eat anywhere. So I go into Subway and I get a 6-inch whole wheat sandwich. I put those lean meats on it, all the veggies and stuff that I want, kind of watch out for the cheese. Then I take the insides of the whole wheat bread, it's fluffy, take it out all the way down to, we'll call it the crusty part of the bread. Take all that stuff that's going to kill you and shoot your blood sugar up. Take that out, throw it away. You'll have 2 really thin pieces of whole wheat crust over that sandwich. You're good to go even at Subway. Wendy's chili over a Caesar salad. As long as you watch out for the dressing on the Caesar salad, you're good. Wendy's chili over a side salad is always good. What is fat-free cheese made of? It's just basically most of the time it's just a tad of skim milk. There's not enough sugar in it to affect it. Like, in other words, we can't have skim milk necessarily, but we can have the fat-free cheese. Very, very little to no fat, almost 0 fat in all fat-free cheese. Now, I know where this might be going. This might be going, well, that's not healthy. Fat-free cheese. Fat-free stuff isn't healthy. Well, negligible amounts of it are not going to hurt us. But let's say, and we will lose weight, but let's say you don't want to do that. Well, there's a way for you, and there's a way forward. Get Sargento reduced fat cheese. It's a great tasting cheese. It's a better for you cheese. You don't like that? Get Cabot, C-A-B-O-T, extra light cheese, and you'll be good. 96% lean ground beef, lettuce, fat-free cheese, pickles, and what? Boy, y'all make it. Mary, that made me hungry. Is that Marie? Am I saying it right? I'm just all messed up today. Marie. I've called you Mary and Marie. I believe it's Marie, though, I think. Taco Bell, mini chicken quesadillas. Don't know. Is that in the library, Amanda? Can you help me out? Or do I need to go look in the library? I've not eaten Taco Bell forever. Fried egg sandwich with mayo, good. All fat-free lunch meat, approved. No, Amy, I don't want to go that far. Let me give you the rule. Lunch meat. Let me give you the lunch meat rule. 5 grams of sugar or less, 4 grams of fat or less. That's the easy rule. 5 grams of sugar or less, 4 grams of fat or less. You can order a lot of the special stuff on the Shibboleth website. Most of everything I've talked about here in this common sense plan today, most of everything I've talked about comes from your local grocery store, though. Arbonne protein shake works for me. I get hungry going for a 20-hour fast. I got great news for you. As healing as a prolonged fast is, it's not necessary. So one of the things we don't want to do is if we hear something in class that we don't like or can't do, we don't do that. But we don't throw the rest of the plan out. So what you would do, can you go 6 hours without eating, Rhonda? If you can do that, you're well on your way to success. So those were great ideas for lunch. Did everybody here hear several options that they could have for breakfast and lunch and be satisfied? Perfect, Rhonda McDonald. Perfect. Taco Bell. 3 soft chicken tacos and approved tortillas works. So we've all come up with some ideas, right? What about dinner, though? What about dinner? Anybody, what would you do on or off of Shibboleth for dinner? What would you do? What's some things we could do for dinner? Grilled chicken and green beans is blowtorch in a plate. To die for roast recipe in the crock pot. Beautiful fat burning meal. Salad with grilled chicken. Beautiful fat burning meal. What about spaghetti? Could we do the spaghetti recipe? Pork chops with salad would be a good one. Could we do nachos? You could do approved nachos for sure. You can't do any nacho unless you're having one of your allowed holidays. Nicole says, I'm telling you, the best is the Shibboleth recipe Caribbean jerk turkey burgers. They're in there. They're in the library. They're delicious. Chicken in an air. By the way, if you have a recipe you want us to modify and make it Shibboleth approved, we usually only have to change out replace 2 or 3 ingredients. And then all of a sudden that makes the difference. That will make the difference. Chicken in an air fryer with butternut squash. Chicken fajitas. Bryce, after my own heart, Explore Cuisine spaghetti. You can use their black bean pasta, their mung bean pasta, their soybean pasta. Is there any way to have country fried steak? There is. There absolutely is. You just simply have to use an approved breading like the Carb Quick flour, almond flour, ground TVP, textured vegetable protein. That would work. All those would work as a breading. Then you just put that steak in your egg whitewash and roll it around in your breading, and you've got country fried steak. Scallops and bok choy, after my own heart, Mary. Advanced Health Systems cheesesteak pasta. 2 packages of that particular one would work. Or 1 package over some approved nachos. Barbecue chicken with green beans, approved barbecue sauce. Beautiful. I love to find a new approved recipe in the library. Just had the beef and tot casserole with 97 lean turkey. Good job, Hannah. And now we're just focusing on what we can have. Focus on what we can have that we like and do it in the right portion, following the rules. Salmon. Oh, I had the best salmon on the Traeger grill the other night. Big old salmon. I didn't eat all that. I was cooking it for everybody, but all that salmon and that wood fire. Boy, you got to get into what you can do and what you do. Boy, I love salmon. Salmon with some hemp hearts and roasted Brussels. That sounds like an amazing fat-burning meal, Rosie, as long as we control that portion. Tammy Lawhorn's trying the To Die For roast tonight. You're going to love it. Cuban food is my favorite, especially tamales, but haven't had since January. I've had opportunities, but didn't want to justify it for a holiday. Rhonda, I love your approach. Just keep in mind, when you earn that holiday, it's allowed. You can have it then. Grilled fish and salad, another staple around the Martin household. Thank you, Rhonda. Travis, budget-friendly spaghetti is a great recipe, and it is budget-friendly. Cheryl says, I saw a recipe for country fried steak in an air fryer. So check out recipes. We'll go look for that in a minute. Let's go do that now. Let me pull that up. It's time to kind of try and transition. Y'all have come up with so many good ideas. Why did I do it like this? I want you to understand that we are not just individuals, but we're also all part of the body of Christ. And we all have a part on this body, and you all just contributed to that body in helping one another with some great ideas. I'm going to go to recipes. And let's see if I can find this chicken fried. We do overthink it for sure. And it's not necessarily you, Cheryl, or the people. It's the influences, both seen and unseen, that distract us. But we have to rise above distraction and stay focused. Let me see if I can find anything chicken fried here. All right, so I've got, look at these recipes that come up. Cheesy fried chicken. All these are approved. And see the weight loss meter? There may be some new people here. There may be some new people. So you've got the name of the recipe, categories, the weight loss meter. The more negative the number, the better it is. And then you can see how many people like it and have rated it. Chicken fried rice, chicken fried cauliflower, fried chicken tenders, southern fried chicken. What was the one we were looking for? Somebody help me out. Now I forgot. Country fried. Let's do that. Did I put country fried? Country fried. Recipe library, country. No matching records. Somebody have the exact name of that recipe? Let's do steak. Country fried steak. I don't know what I was thinking chicken. Listen to me. I'm getting old. I'm getting like Joe. I shouldn't have said that. I'll make some of you mad. Baked steak. Hamburger steak. I don't see country fried. I don't see country fried, so. But if I'm right, country fried steak's just got breading, right? It's a fried steak with breading on it. That's how I would give it a shot, with some gravy on top. That's how I would give it a shot. But let's look at our resources while we're here. We've got resources, your food library, your video library, your recipe library, your restaurant options. And there are so many recipes in here, it's not even funny. You've got for appetizers, breakfast. Now, it doesn't mean that we should eat before we eat our meal. These are traditional appetizers. If I'm having them, I'm going to have them as a meal episode or a snack episode. Breakfast, condiments, desserts, lots of desserts there. Featured recipes, freebies, main dishes. Look at it. Look at all these main dishes. We're still in the B's. Main dishes, and I'm still in the B's, still scrolling. Just in the B. Now I'm in the C's. It'll take a while to go through all these, okay? A lot of work went into this. A lot of approved recipes. And you just pull it up. I want some chicken and dressing. I've seen chicken and dressing. Chicken dressing. Hey, there's a great chicken and dressing recipe, and it's a -1 on the weight loss meter. This is a good one. So all we're doing is doing a little work, pinning stuff down, and perfecting a customized meal plan. Those of you that are here should go through over the next weeks, slowly, not all at once. You should go through an exercise where you come up with a dozen different breakfast options, a dozen different lunch options, a dozen different dinner options, snack and freebie options, beverages, recipes, and restaurants. And then just focus. That's all we got to do is we got to be like the horse, the racehorse with the blinders. We've got to put on the blinders and stop being distracted because you like everything we've talked about. You like it, and it helps you lose weight. Why consume things that you like and cause you to gain weight? It's focus. Focus, everybody. I have a hard time with veggies. I only like the green leafies and green beans and corn. I love green beans and corn. I just had to put some chicken breast on that plate. One of those half a ear of corns on the grill, some green beans, quarter cup or more of green beans and chicken breast. I'm good to go. 1, 2, 3. Nothing you can't have. It's just learning the system. Chicken salad is perfect if it's an approved recipe. Thank you, Angie. God bless you. I've got a great team. I don't say that just to say it. We've got a great team that do a lot of work that makes Shibboleth what it is. And y'all are part of that team. You didn't ask to be on it, but when you join Shibboleth, because I'm just one little fella, you are now a part of the team. Whether you come to the Shibboleth, I don't mean to compare it to church because it's not, but whether you come once a month or you come every Wednesday night, Sunday morning, Sunday night, we love you and you're a part of us. I hope we could use this today as just a common sense approach and some worksheet time for you to think through ideas. Don't forget though, watch the daily doses, take tests, pass tests, earn the badge so you understand why we put these foods together the way we do. You understanding why you're doing these things that I'm telling you to do is so important. And don't forget that even though these are healthier foods and ingredients, you still have to have the lifestyle element. Water, journal, food combinations, portions, and timing. And then you're good. Hey, Tina made some no-cook peanut butter cups. Good job. Good job. All right, that's all I've got for you today. Any questions from me on topic or off? Anything before we go today? There's no dumb question except for the one you don't ask. Oh, thank you, Tammy. Thank you. What is my opinion on AdvoCare Thermo Plus? That's a great question. I think Thermo Plus is a safe and effective thermogenic. Do keep in mind, if you're taking metabolic nutrition system, you do not need to also be taking Thermo Plus. Okay? If you're not taking metabolic nutrition system and you're only taking a vitamin, Thermo Plus is a good add-on. But don't take it with MNS. That would be way too much for your adrenals. Should you do a cleanse before starting again? That's a great question. That's totally up to the individual. I would suggest if you're starting fresh and you've not cleansed, that you start with our 10-day detox for sure. If you're willing to do the hard work to get through that 10 days. Thank you, April. Thank you, Hannah. Thanks, everybody. When will the third Tiger Eye begin? Sunday or Monday? Let's see, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So today's the first, Thursday, Friday, so it will begin Sunday. I tell you what, Cheryl, I'm going to do Monday. I'm gonna make it for Monday. I don't want to make it for Sunday. I'll give everybody a Sunday break. Rhonda says, oh yeah, protein bar not allowed on Tiger Eye lockdown. Oh yeah, not the big one, Rhonda. If you want to do the oh yeah 1 bar, you can have a T-scription for that, okay? But not the big oh yeah bar. Not those original ones. Sandwich Slims, let me see what that is. Because I don't know. I'm kind of stuck on what I eat right now. Sandwich Slims, let me see what that might look like. Are we talking about whole wheat sandwich slims? Is that what we're talking about? Marie, I have Hashimoto's. Do you suggest any supplement that I should try? Unfortunately, I'm not qualified to answer that question. Anything like that, where you've got an underlying illness, a disease, something underlying going on for safety reasons, I'd prefer you ask your physician, are you allowed to take supplements? And I would frame that question to a physician, am I allowed to take thermogenics, because we don't want you to have a weight loss supplement if your physician does not approve of that. And that's just, in other words, when we have a dietitian look at our program to make sure, we're saying the right things, doing the right things. One of the things we've been told is whatever you do, even if you have the right answer or think you do, if somebody has any type of underlying illness, they need to be referred to a physician or a dietitian, or your program will no longer be considered credible. So I'd rather you do that, and then we are certainly able to point you in the right direction of supplementation. Cleo says that recipe may be under air fried chicken tenders, cube steak, may be the recipe. Cleo's like the master of finding recipes. She knows that library better than I do. Is MNS in the Shibboleth store? It is not. At this time, they don't allow us to put it in our store, but it is let me show you, www.blowtorchfat.com. Blowtorchfat.com is where you can find MNS. Joni found, thank you, Joni. Joni found the sandwich slims. How about a Shibby Shrink Shake? Would it be all right to add to the challenge? That is an approved shake, and that's always a good shake, Nancy. You can do the Shibby Shake. Judy Crumpton, you can have a T-scription for the brown bread. There's some things we're not going to add to the official Tiger list that I will allow because I know it won't affect your weight loss adversely. So the high protein brown bread can and will work. Judy, that's your T-scription, okay? On the honor system, you've been told you can have it, you can have it. I started on the first Tiger lockdown and had to tap out because my blood sugar went too low. I had very few carbs on my list. What I would do, and you don't have to put this in your slots if you're going to only use it for the purpose of low blood sugar, I would put Advocare Rehydrate, I would put Bio Coffee, or a Kind Plus bar. That can help get your blood sugar back up a little bit without you going too far out of efficient fat burning. And then you won't have to add that to the list. What is MNS? MNS is a comprehensive metabolic nutrition system. It's a supplementation that can help if you're already in a calorie deficit, you're already in efficient fat burning, you're already controlling insulin. MNS can give you an extra edge. Thank you, Tammy. The Shibby Shake is a really clean shake. It's in the recipes. Just, I believe you find it, Vicky, under Shibboleth Shrink Shake, I think. Can you use the formula for foods on the Tiger Challenge like tortillas? I don't mind you doing that, Cheryl. If it fits the formula, it's going to be allowed as long as you put it on your list. When is the next class for the 3-day Tiger Challenge? We don't really have a class now. We've done the orientation, And then I'm going live a few times each week just to continue to encourage people to stay in the lockdown until they finish it. Class-wise, we done that orientation video. If you need it, I can get it to you. But we won't do a class per se because I've already taught on it twice, two different orientations. And we would just watch that recording now. And then I'm going live, like I've been live a couple times this week just to encourage people to keep going, keep it up. Rosie, let me give you that while we're waiting for other questions. It won't take me but a minute here. Y'all keep asking questions and I'll be right back. It won't take me but a minute. Tiger lockdown orientation and resources coming up. I just got to get the link real quick. Tiger lockdown, 3-day orientation and class notes. Sorry, that took me about a minute. All right, here you go. I just posted the link to the Tiger lockdown orientation and resources. Sandra, what happens, Sandra, when you text this word? Sandra, text Tiger's Eye to 31996. What happens when you do that? Anybody else? Yeah, anybody wants to be on the Tiger's Eye list and get notifications of when I go live? Sometimes I can't get the text out, but that rarely happens. Then I just go live. But text the word Tiger's Eye to 31996. Appetite suppressant. The appetite suppressant that I recommend the most is the Holy Spirit of the Lord our God. That is the #1 appetite suppressant, the Word of God. Number 2, if we need a little natural help, Crave Check. It's an Advocare Crave Check. That's what I use. Crave Check, Advocare Crave Check. And here's, you go to get it. Crave Check. But no appetite suppressant is going to work like the Word of God and what it says to us about gluttony and self-discipline. I eat that first. Crave Check gives me a little help. Anybody else? Sandra, I just didn't want to ask your phone number here, and you know, when we get off here, I'll double check for you if you're having a problem with the text. This video is recorded. Absolutely. I'll be putting it in the library today. The Hemp Heart one and the Are You Starving to Death lesson, they were put on the website earlier. Did you get anything back, Sandra? You should have got, you didn't get anything back, so there is a problem then. Okay, I'll go look. I'll check your phone number and see if it's in there. I can't find fat-free cream cheese in any of our stores. Regular cream cheese can be used as a condiment. So unless you're using a lot of cream cheese, then you don't necessarily have to have fat-free. You could just use 50 calories of cream cheese as a condiment. That's probably going to be like a teaspoon, I'm guessing. I've not had a problem finding that, but I know that you are. So if you just can't find fat-free cream cheese, let's go with cream cheese when you need that as a condiment, but use it very sparingly because it's fatty. Cheryl, thank you. I'm glad you love it. I do too. It's how I've been living for some time now. Eating cleaner than I used to, along with exercise, supplementation, and fasting, prolonged fasting. Really has worked well for me. Yeah, 1/3 less fat cream cheese would work. That would be a category 4 or a condiment. Laughing cow wedges work as a condiment. Anybody else? Myers and Walmart has fat-free cream cheese, maybe, is what I'm seeing. Okay, y'all. I appreciate you. I'm going to go check on Sandra Farmer, and I look forward to continuing to help you. And God bless you.